Somebody can be talented and they will still lose in a competition if they don't train. The person who is training have a leverage. Because sometimes you may even know what to do, but just in what order should I do that? Whoa, do you know that study abroad is just like football World Cup or soccer World Cup? I use the word football because a lot of people from Africa they're going to call it football, right? Study abroad is like the World Cup. Are you sure you want to know more about this information? I'm going to tell you. Think of the current World Cup. What happens? You get people from different countries, different continents, competing to win the prize, right? To win that prize. What you need to know is that study abroad is just like that. How? Why is Dr. Linda saying that? That is because when it comes to scholarship, especially full scholarship, all right? Especially full scholarship, study abroad is like that because you have people from within the country, outside the country, different continents, competing for the same scholarship, competing for the same funding that you are looking for. This is why I have likened study abroad on full scholarship to be very similar to the World Cup. Does that make sense to you? And I'm going to tell you something you really need to know, which is that what? Just like the footballers, right? Just like the footballers train so that they can outplay their counterparts, outplay their competitors, all right? Outplay the other team. That is how you need to train so that you can outplay that same person in your city, in your country, in your continent, in this world, which means from another continent, who wants the same funding that you want? Who wants that same scholarship that you want? How are you hoping to win this full scholarship without training? Without arming yourself with these necessary skills required to score the goals? Think about it. And see, when I liken study abroad to soccer game or World Cup, people are going to be like, oh, Dr. Linda, that is far-fetched. But it's not true. It's not true. Let me explain. A typical Canadian class, think of the class I was in when I was doing my master's at the University of Waterloo in Canada. A typical Canadian class have people from at least more than one continent, right? We had Canadians, we had myself, I was from Nigeria, that is Africa already. I had a Chinese guy, right? That is already Asia. I had somebody from US, even Canada, that is already America, right? Right. And we had Indian people. I had people from Brazil, that is Latin America. You know, like, so we had people from different continents. In a class, you will see people from 5 continents. What does this mean? At the admission stage, all right? At the admission stage, there were people from almost at least 5 continents who were competing for the same professor, competing for the same funding, competing for the same scholarship that I got. Think about it. Ask anybody who is studying in a school, and it's not just Canadian schools. If you have anybody in your circle who is studying in UK, please, if you're watching this video and you are studying abroad, do well to comment below it so that people can understand that when you get to a school, let's say for example a school in UK, you are going to see that your classmates are from different continents. At least more than one continent will be represented. I'm not talking about country now. I say continents, right? If you are schooling in US, the same thing. An average class, we have people from multiple continents. So it is not unlike, like for example, I did my undergraduate studies and dental school in Nigeria. In my class, I can't remember having anybody who was not from Nigeria. In my class, I can't remember having anybody who was not from Nigeria. What does this mean? A typical class A typical class in a Nigerian school is made up of people from Nigeria, right? Meanwhile, a typical class in a country like Canada is made up of people from 3, 4, 5 continents. That is why I liken study abroad like to be like the World Cup. And that's an example you are going to understand. Think about it. How foolish will it be? How foolish will it be that a team from a country said that they are going to go, they are going to win the World Cup, but they've not been practicing? Let me ask you, will such a person win? Will such a team win the World Cup without practice? Without practice and training, all of them are the same thing. You understand? Without training, without practice, they go just carry their body like this. Boom. They will go to the World Cup field, bam, and then they will expect that they are going to win because they are superstars, because they are intelligent. Do you think that's going to happen? Let me ask you, please, can you respond? Do you think that's going to happen? You don't go to the World Cup without practicing, without training, without working your butts off. You don't go to the World Cup like that. Right? So, why is it that you are looking to get full scholarship that the same Indian guy is looking for, the Cameroonian is looking for, the Ghanaian is looking for, the Nigerian is looking for, the Canadian is also looking for it, the American is looking for it, the Lebanese is looking for it, think about it, the Kenyan, the Ugandan, the Rwanda, right? They are all looking for it. The Liberian, the Sierra Leoneans, they are all looking for it, right? True. Okay, let's take an example for the sake of those watching me live. And if you are not watching me live and you see the comment button, please still do well to put your answer. Let's say for Dr. Linda Iheme's page, where people who are interested in study abroad usually gather, right? Let's see the different countries people are joining us from right now. If you are watching me live, could you type the name of your country so that I can read it out? But this is just one thing I want to showcase is that even just on my page right now, there are people from multiple countries. People from multiple countries. Please type your country. People from multiple countries. And before you know, quickly cross continent, quickly cross this. I know that I'm being followed more from people from African countries, but the school you are submitting to, they are going to get, in your class, you are going to get the Chinese guy, the Japanese guy, even somebody, like, one time in my school, there was a lady from UK, that I don't mean she relocated to UK and then from there she came to Canada, no. She's a British person and she came to Canada to study. Do you get my point? So, what you notice is that people from different countries are competing. You have to get trained. You have to prepare yourself. It is, forgive me to tell you, but I have to call a spade a spade. It is foolish to be thinking that you're going to win that scholarship, you will be the best candidate without preparing yourself. Even if you do, it will be luck. It will be by chance. Get trained. Some people, they've been on this thing for years. Last year they tried. This year they tried. Last 2 years they tried. Even next year they are going to try again. And you're wondering, why is it that you submit your applications and schools get back to you and say, we are sorry to let you know that we regret to inform you. How many we regret to inform you have you gotten this year? Alright? We regret to inform you that. We regret to inform you. There were so many people who applied. 10,000 persons applied. How many people have gotten such emails? Because you are joining a world competition. You are joining a world competition. See, let me give you an example. Do you know that somebody can be talented, but they will still lose in a competition without training? Somebody can be talented and they will still lose in a competition if they don't train. The person who is training have a leverage. Because sometimes you may even know what to do, but just in what order should I do that? It's just like, for example, somebody who knows how to do school application and all that, but just missed the timing. That alone will cost them 12 more months minimum. So, training is important. If you don't want to waste your time. See, if your calling in this world is to gallivant here and there for years without success, I'm not talking to you, okay? I'm not talking to you. But if you want to quickly get things done, get them done the right way, get success and move on, it is you I made this video for. All right? That's why I keep telling people, get trained. And yes, we offer training. But there are two ways you can see this thing. Wow, thank God I came across this video today. Or forget that she want maybe get trained, maybe go for her training. That's fine. If you feel forget that she want maybe go for her training, this video is not for you. Just exit. But if you are somebody that is listening to me today and this is really your destiny, then it is at that moment that I say start from our free study abroad webinar so that you can get more information about what is going on. And then when you have the information, you can make your decision, right? So remember, go to www.vantagemigration.ca. www.vantagemigration.ca. You are going to be able to attend our free study abroad webinar, know exactly how it works, and then you are going to be able to make a decision whether you want to continue on this process or this is not for me. That's also a very good answer. But except you know more, how can you make a good decision on this matter? Except you know more, how can you make a good decision on this matter? I'm going to drop the link as a description to this video, but I also still want to show you, take a screenshot so that you will be saying, where is the link? Type the link for me. Just take a screenshot, type out this link on, say, Google, and it will take you to the right place, okay? www.vantagemigration.ca. Please, can you take a screenshot? Can you take a screenshot? I know that some people are going to be like, when we finish this webinar, then what happens next? What do you think will happen next? What do you think will happen next? So, this is where we then say, send us an email if you have any further question. All right? Any further questions, send us an email and we'll be able to answer it for you. Having that question in your head and not answering it is preventing you from even deciding whether you should back off or go forward. You are just in a state of limbo. That's what it is called. That's why we say, send us an email, all right? admission@vantagemigration.ca. This is the best way to contact myself and my team, right? Contact our admission office directly, admission@vantagemigration.ca. Let me let you know that when you attend this webinar, which I showed you before, you will be able to first complete the webinar. When you complete the webinar, you're going to see a link that you will use to check your eligibility. All right? Then you will check your eligibility, even though if you are qualified or not. It is after that if you have questions, then you can send us an email. This is the way to do it. But let's not lose the essence of this video today. The essence of this video today is to remind you that study abroad is just like the World Cup. You are going to be competing with people from different countries and people from different regions. Even in Africa, you see East Africa, West Africa, South Africa. Then you are going to compete with people from different continents. You cannot believe how some people are so smart based on how their education system prepared them. A lot of people miss out on scholarship simply because of the issues with their own education system. A different way of doing things. Not that you are not smart. You are very smart. But how will you communicate your smartness to the next person in a way they understand? It's almost like a translation problem. Right? It's like a translation problem. You are very smart. You are the best guy. Your classmates, wow, this, blah, blah, blah. They feel you are the best person. But how do you communicate that competence to a professor abroad, to a school abroad, to an admission committee? Right? Translation problem. Translating your competence to the people, to the decision makers. This is why you need training. You need the train. Like, see, you can decide to do the route of several years trial and error, and from there, one day, you go enter. If that is your choosing, then that's fine. It is your life. You can do whatever you want. But how are others doing it? That's what you need to know. That's what you need to know. So that you will stop wasting time and actually start focusing on what really matters, right? So this is why I decided to make this video. Get started. Get started. Get started. The more time you waste, the more you're going to push your dream further away. Before you know it, something else will come up. That's how that your dream will disappear. Your study abroad dream and your relocation dream, they are too important for you to push it to next 2 years. Because when I say push it, somebody think that, oh, I'll push it, I'll just do it later in the year. Huh? You're not aware that this is not how the school system operates, huh? If you're doing it this year, you want to travel next year, okay? So when you decide to push it to next year, you're going to be traveling the upper year. So if you're in 2022 and you're doing it, you want to travel in 2023. When you push it to 2023, that means you're going to travel in 2024. When you push it to 2024, that means you're going to travel in 2025. When you push it to 2025, that means you're going to travel in 2026. Do you see the point? So you don't deceive yourself. Say, hey, don't worry, I want to travel next year, but early in the year I'll start. You have missed it. You have missed it. Get started. Get started. Get started. Get started. You count yourself blessed that you came across this video today. Don't you think so? Study abroad is just like the World Cup. That all the people looking for the full scholarship, they are all coming from different countries, different teams, different this. And you want to play to win. You can't. It's difficult to do that without training. It's difficult to do that without training. Get trained. Alright? So, take good care of yourself till I see you again. But my name is Dr. Linda Iheme, and I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train graduates and professionals who want to relocate abroad on how to do that successfully through the study abroad routes. We show you how to get admission, scholarship, full scholarship, even study loan for international students, so that you have no funding barrier. No funding barrier, no money barrier to actually studying and relocating abroad studying and relocating abroad by yourself. We show you how to do it so that you can do it for yourself. Did you hear that? We show you how to do it so that nobody, not even Dr. Linda, will hold you hostage. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? And a lot of people, once they learn how to do it, they're able to at least help their siblings and immediate family members. And that, of course, that's the best thing for you to do, is it not? That's the best thing for you to do. So this is really good. This is really good. But don't take my word for it. Start with the free study abroad webinar. At the webinar, you'll be able to see, is this for me or not? That's why the webinar is there. Start from the free study abroad webinar. Please take a screenshot for the sake of those that will be like, I did not see it. www.vantagemigration.ca. Take a screenshot and attend the webinar today. Go right away. Immediately you finish this video, go right away. As search for this on Google or any search engine on the internet, and attend the webinar. Somebody is saying they DM'd us. Please note, the way to contact us is to send us an email. Send us an email, admission@vantagemigration.ca. If you are chatting inbox, doing this, doing that, looking for a number to call, you're wasting your time. You're not going to get answers that way. You're wasting your time. I tell you, you're wasting your time. Send us an email. Let him that have ears do what? Hear my voice. Right? Let him that have ears hear my voice. If you need to contact us, send us an email. If you are chatting inbox, dropping message everywhere, you're wasting your time. I strongly believe that you are not a time waster. So do yourself the honors and send us an email. Admission@vantagemigration.ca. And we are going to, myself and my team members, we respond to emails in less than 24 hours. By the way, that is a far-fetch. Do you want to know the truth? We respond to emails in minutes or even 1 or 2 hours. We just told you 24 hours so that you will give us the patience and wait for us to respond to you. So when we say 20, so like for instance, some people will say, see, I sent you email last week, you've not responded. It's a lie. Let me explain to you what is going on. You probably made mistake typing the email address. So your email went to the wrong place and we did not get it. So we can never respond, right? Because we did not get it in the first place. So if more than 24 hours you've not gotten response and you send us an email at admissionadvantagemigration.ca, check, because probably you would have made a mistake in typing out the email address. Check, correct the mistake and send it to us again. And now the correct address. Don't come on social media. I emailed you people have not answered. You're wasting your time because we've never received your email. So we say we respond within 24 hours. In reality, we respond within minutes. Okay, let me ask. If you're watching this right now, if you're watching me live, or maybe you saw the repost of this video, I have a question for you. Have you emailed us before? How long did it take you to get a response? Please, can you comment? Can you comment? For the sake of people who are probably just meeting us for the first time, and when you say send email, they will be like, email, they don't go answer. Too many people go email loader. Let me find the back door. There's no back door. There is only front door. Any other door you are following, you are going to waste more time. Someone recently told me that, please comment. Someone recently told me that I saw the email, but I felt a lot of people will be sending email to this email. So I decided to chat you inbox instead. Imagine the thinking. Somebody said do this, but you use your own opinion to go and do the side one. And not let the main one we asked you to do. So I asked a question and I would love to get an answer, okay? If you're watching this video right now, which means you, right? And you have emailed us before and you have gotten response from us, the question I have for you is, how long did it take you before you got a response after you emailed admissionadvantagemigration.ca? I'm not asking those who say they never got response. Why? Because that means that they did not even send it to the correct email address, right? And that means that they will never get response. Like, was it 5 minutes? Was it 30 minutes? Was it 1 hour? Was it 2 hours? Was it 10 hours? Was it 12 hours? Was it 24 hours? Please, I need something that is measurable. I need something that is, somebody says same day. Yeah, but like how many, in your opinion, how many minutes did it take? How many hours did it take? Let's hear from the real people who have actually tried to message us before, or who have tried to email us before. So Hello Akosa said same day. Let's see who else have done that. Okay, that means the people. Okay, and when I repost this video, I hope that people will be able to drop their comments. Somebody say the email address again. Take a screenshot. Don't try to cram it. admission@vantagemigration.ca. Take a screenshot so that when you are typing out the email address, it's very easy for you to cross-check. If you cram it, when there's a mistake, you cannot remember. You cannot catch the mistake. admission@vantagemigration.ca. All right? Take a very good care of yourself till you come. I see you at the webinar. Go right now, attend the webinar, and get started. Study abroad is just like World Cup. Football World Cup, soccer World Cup, whatever you prefer to call it. And you need to train. You need to prepare yourself if you really want to be the winning team. All right? Take good care of yourself till I see you again.